singing the A-Team song, but there we are. Hey guys, it's Monday. Welcome to Diary Bear Adventuring Company and the Escorts, which are these people around me. I am your DM, Heath, aka Captain Sack. You can find me out there on the interwebs everywhere, and I would like to give a shout out already with it to Axis Amp with the subscribe from the Prime subscription. Thank you so much for your support. We greatly appreciate that. You have access to the Fireball emote now.
He's also soon going to be a new DM for Dire Bear.
Ooh,
that's Alex.
That's our Saturday night special. Not made of blue and gold, but anyways, that's an old song, and I'm really showing my age. Anyways, so hi Otter, hi Ray, hi everybody out there. Thank you for tuning in as we will launch into the game in a moment, but let me go ahead and do the thing that pays the bills. Thank you so much for gifting the sub there, buddy. Really appreciate it. So let's give some shout outs to people and places. So first of all, thank you D&D Beyond for the continued use of your fantastic tool. You can check them out at D Beyond. I think by now, God, my hair is like doing this weird thing where it's like this piece wants to stick up. Anyways, I think by now everybody knows what D&D Beyond is, but if you don't and you are new to D&D, it is a great place for a repository of knowledge. It has all of their books and source guides and everything on digital format. You can take it to go on your phone. There's an app for it now, which is basically a web API application on your phone that plugs directly into the website and just pulls the information in easy to use format. You can swipe left and right to get all the stuff. Okay, I'm going to interrupt myself for a moment. Raymond, I have had my head shaved before. I will tell you that it is good for no one on this earth. I look like a white supremacist. This beard, very pale, shaved head, not a good look on a white dude like me. I will post pictures at another time. Right now, I'm in the middle of this, but I promise you, I have pictures of it. I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt and a kilt with a pair of Converse on. And it's a look. Yes, I will post for all of those in the separate channels. I will post all of that. So thank you everybody for coming in and tuning in. So D&D Beyond has all of your tools. You can actually see that we actually have a plugin over here. If you hover over Twitch, you can actually see the characters as they appear, and if you click on any of the characters, it'll actually like pop out their stats if you click on them, and you can see like their stats, their proficiencies and languages and things like that. So check them out. D&D Beyond, again, it's a great tool, and they're always having sales. They had just had one for Labor Day, including the next thing that's coming up. Rime of the Frost Maiden drops tomorrow. You can pick up Rime of the Frost Maiden, one of the greatest settings, in my opinion, other than Calimsham and Calimport, because I love that place. But Icewind Dale is back. 10 towns, the lake, everything that you could want, and it's all there. This is the first time where you have multiple endings. You can have the good ending and the not so good ending, and your decisions in the game truly take effect. They kind of did this with Tiamat, but really your two endings were you either beat Tiamat or you didn't. But this has like several structured endings. Levels 1 through 11, the prime playing area around 3 till about level 11. And it's all there. It's both a campaign setting as well as an adventure with multiple ties and ways and things to do. The reviews on it so far have been really good as far as like what you can do. That leads us to this coming weekend, the D&D Celebration, which is the launch of Season 10, which, as you would guess it, the campaign book came out. So that means that Season 10 is going to be all about Icewind Dale. So it's going to be all these icy adventures. You can get a taste of Season 10 for Adventurers League this weekend. Tickets are, I got word that tickets were being reassigned because some of the people who bought tickets couldn't attend the event because PAX Online is going live right now. 9 days of gaming all online. And if you go over to Steam there's a bunch of things for it, but they're actually, you can demo a lot of the games and see them being played right now through Steam. So you can check those out as well, but don't do it right now. watch our show, and then you can go check out Steam. So Rime of the Frost Maiden drops, and then at the end of this month, Baldur's Gate 3. So I have played 1, I have played 2, I have played all the Icewind Dales. The isometric game for anything D&D is fantastic, and this was the first one. I'm not going to talk about Sword Coast Heroes or whatever it was called, because it anyways, this is the true 5th edition D&D game that I was looking for, video game wise, with a partying system and the adventure campaign. You can start from the beginning. You have iconic heroes that you can jump right into the game and finish their storylines, or you can create your own character, jump right in, and carry on. So I'm excited to see this. I'm getting ready to play this, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, somebody please correct me, is it up to 6 people in the party, or is it only 4? Do we know? I think it's only 4 people in the party. With that being said,
if Larian does the same thing they did with Divinity, it's 4. I'm pretty sure it is.
Including your companions.
Including any of the origin story companions that you might hire along.
So 4 and them, or
including them.
If you had yourself, another person, and each of you had a companion character, that would be the 4 players.
I got you. I am looking forward to this. I've watched the gameplay. I've seen it, and it's being put out by a company that we already have a proven track record with what they can do with Divinity Original Sin and Divinity 2. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's all the divinities, basically.
Exactly. All the Divinity stuff, that's them, and they're fantastic. And so I'm looking forward to that. And who knows, maybe we'll have a different Dire Bear Plays channel coming up for streaming video games on, because also Marvel Avengers came out, and I've been playing that along with Pink over there, and she and I have been trying to play. Although, be honest with you, I have had very little time to do much of anything in the last few days, and for the next few days, I'll be the same boat. Because Adventure Tomes, the monthly subscription box that I've been working on, will be hitting Kickstarter soon. Like 14 days soon. So Adventure Tomes, Tomes, Adventure Tomes, go check it out. It's a monthly subscription, and each one of them is a standalone, but it also ties into others, and it is set up to be just an ongoing story, with each one of the arcs being a 4-month thing, culminating with a monster. So you're going to get an NPC with an adventure based around them, tactile objects that will be in the box. The next month will be a different NPC story, but tied to the first one. The next month is another NPC story, but tied to the first 2. And then culminates all with the monster that you're building up to, and that's going to be an ongoing thing. And we're going to be building the world out as we go. So I'm going to start with a small area. Castaway is the name of the town, and it's going to expand from there and grow as the Adventure Tomes grow. They're leather bound. They're leather bound looking, so that they line up nicely on your shelf, so that way you can actually like have them stacked out. They're by volumes. The artwork is being done by Kevin Stokes, who is a renowned cartoon artist comic artist. And I've seen the work that he's done for our first NPC, which I'll give more details when the Kickstarter goes. And so far, his artwork is just phenomenal. And he drew up some bandits for me, and all of a sudden, I wanted to create a story based on the bandits, and let alone everything else that I had going on. So he is fantastic. He's done a lot of good work in bringing it together. So I'm looking forward to seeing that come to life and actually hit the Kickstarter. So when that goes live, we'll drop links all over the place for you guys to actually join in and grab those. So let's see. I've covered D&D Celebration. We've covered all the games coming out, the books coming out, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything coming out in November 17th, if I'm not mistaken on that date. I've said it so many times, I'm just not even going to say if I'm not mistaken. It's going to drop November 17th. Whether or not WotC drops it November 17th, that's what I say, and I'm just going to will it into the universe on that day. So, but it is a spirit. No, it's not even a spiritual successor. It's the successor to Xanathar's Guide to Everything. If you watched the last podcast that we did last Wednesday, you can see that Carrie, who is a local He's actually an adventure writer. He's a demo guy for Steve Jackson Games. He's involved in a lot of the stuff in this area, but he and I had a nice conversation about how they're slowly pulling things in from Greyhawk, and so we're wondering if at some point in time they're actually going to drop a Greyhawk campaign setting, and if so, I know he would be over the moon, and I myself would be excited. Greyhawk, for those of you who have never played it, is a more gritty setting, and it's actually the original setting for all the D&D stuff. So with Forgotten Realms coming around in 2nd edition as a campaign, a box set. Anyways, I have rambled off enough. Let's talk about what happened last week. They fought a beholder, and they beat it. And they beat... Did you end up beating all of the Mind Flayers? No, you beat 2 of them. There were 2 still standing. You beat 2 of them. There were 2 still standing.
I thought there was 3 still standing.
Are we counting the Elder Brain?
I'm not counting him. Just the 2 that were originally there.
Fair enough.
You defeated 2. All of a sudden, something popped into place, and there was this older-looking Mind Flayer. His skin slightly changed, and he said something along the lines of, "I've made contingencies for such a thing." And from the fallen beholder, the skin of it sloughed off, and as it did, the skull of it rose, pinpoints of this deep light in its eyes, and where the stalks are these bulbs, these little bulbs of energy that are floating around it all over the place. And as they face off, we saw that Ezra was able to, with a bit of force and a gumption, was able to push through the membrane, the barrier that was keeping him within his cage. And that's where we're going to begin tonight's episode of the Escorts. There is this Mind Flayer, this Illithid. Thank you so much for the raid. Wow. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. We're just getting started. So thank you all so much for the raid. The skull floats above you where its eyes were once set, are these eerie pink purple, like magenta pinpoints of light. Floating around it are these orbs that seem to be tethered by some invisible force to it. They float, dangling. Every bit of it looks to be this vile thing, this large orb of light in its eye. The creature that popped through the doorway saying, "I had contingencies for such a thing," looks at the floating skull and says, "Now, my pact is complete. Release me." It turns and looks at him. And with a rumbling voice that seems to come within and yet from nowhere all at once, this ethereal removed voice, you hear, "Soon. First, I must take care of another problem." It once again wheels its eye around to you. And I'm going to apologize to my party because we had an organization in order for things, and I have since closed this computer down completely.
I can tell you I rolled a 1 for initiative last time, if we're going by the old one.
I know you were last in the initiative.
Oh, yeah.
I know you were last in initiative. I know that Satil was first, and then Zastari was behind him. So
I wasn't even on initiative, so I can't even help you.
that's
I
okay.
don't even go here.
I don't even go here. I know that the Mind Flayer came after Zastari. Not the Mind Flayer, the Beholder. And then the Flayers, of which there are still 2.
It's a great band name. The Beholder.
The Flayers.
The Beholder and the Flayers.
Beholder and the Flayers.
It's just going to be our death.
But I'm
want it to
not
be our
here for
death.
it because it's our death.
Yeah.
Then Mello came
It's just
after
a
the
barbershop
Flayers.
quartet.
And
A
then
little hat
after-
on him.
Oh, that would be
After
adorable.
Mello was Zora. Okay, there we go.
That sounds right.
This is awesome. R-Def. So yesterday, one of the characters' names was Arkul, A-R-K-U-L, but every time they said their name of the character, I was like, Arkul sounds like he should be dropping the hottest new album this season. All right. Satil. The magical energies that were suppressed within you are no longer suppressed. As instead, this feeling of dread as this negative energy washes over you in this wave, this torrent. It's not going to have an effect on you yet because it is not his turn and he can't really activate it yet, but you can definitely know that you are back to your magical stuff once more.
Yeah. Shit. Okay.
That about sums up the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Where are the other mind flayers?
Remember, they were right by you.
That's right. They came over and said, "Fuck this dude in particular." I
mean, the DM never. These guys. These guys. Yeah.
He is. All right. As an action, going to activate his Radiant Soul. And then he's going to stab one of the mind flayers with his haste action.
Okay. So activating Radiant Soul and then stabbing fourth. Okay.
Yes.
I know one of them was like really close to being demised.
Yeah. However, I don't believe an 11's going to hit.
You are absolutely correct in seeing that that would not hit.
Ah. Alrighty then.
So that is your full turn there with your haste.
Me double checking spells, make sure there's a fun little bonus action that I can do. Actually, it's a good point. Who is me checking the Twitch thing to see who's hurt the most?
Mellow.
I see this, yes.
Oh.
Mello, what did you do to yourself?
I exist.
What Mello did so much as the beholder doing to Mello.
That's true.
The wall was just beating the shit out of him.
Yeah. How will you? Yeah, I'll use one of my 4th level slots, and I will bonus action Healing Word Mellow.
Okay.
That's not bad actually. I heard you like 17 HP, sir.
I do.
Enjoy that 17 HP then.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah.
All right. So with that in mind, is that the end of your turn, sir? I mean, you don't really have much else you can do other than move.
Nah, and I've got 2 of them in melee range, so no thank you.
Goody, 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 goody. Nah, let's use these tonight.
Yeah. I have...
I'm pulling out the Ravnica set.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I remember those.
Well, good thing that wasn't what I needed to roll. All right, guys, I got the first nat 20 out of the way. You're good.
Neat.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Basically.
I hate it.
All right, Zastari will be 1, Satil will be 2, Zora will be 3, and Mello will be 4. It is going to be fired at Zastari / Razio. What are we going to call your couple name?
Zarziel.
Zarziel?
I think it's gotta be Zarziel.
Brad Starry.
I think Zestaziel will also be good.
Zestaziel.
Zezel.
Oh, I like
I'm
Zizzle.
here for the
Zizzle.
zizzle, not the steak.
I vote for Zizzle.
For Zizzle?
I vote for Zizzle.
Faux chisel.
I love that you just
Yeah.
outed that she's in love with her weapon. Thanks for that.
You outed yourself last week.
Yeah, you pretty much did.
Listen, the first kiss may have
This
been.
is all out of
from him.
character stuff.
Yeah, sorry. The first time he kissed you without asking, but the second time you kissed him. So
Yeah.
he didn't force you to do nothing in that one.
I mean, you said consent, and he was like, "All right, fine, I'll ask." And then you said, literally, although not maybe in this way, go ahead, take my body. I mean, am I wrong?
No, you're not. Okay,
I
anyway,
mean-
so this.
Granted,
No.
he's using it to fight with, but still.
So Zizzle's
All right.
being attacked. What's going on?
So Zizzle is being attacked. Okay, this is just fantastic.
Man.
I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm not.
So speaking of drinks, I got a drink over there. I might want to whip it out.
Are we just not doing phrasing?
No.
Raising is always a thing.
I was waiting on somebody to comment. I'm disappointed.
Phrasing.
There we go.
We just all assume it's phrasing.
Is it a con save, sir?
Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution saves.
This is taking you forever. That or you're just dreading it.
No, I'm trying to adjust things because I've only got so many monitors, and I'm actually at the point where my Twitch is not fighting with my internet connection. So I actually have Twitch open. I actually have the chat open. I can see people talking for the first time in over 2 years of running streams for Dire Bear.
So it's been a while.
I'm adjusting so that I can still keep an eye on all of the information I need from OBS. But I need my character sheet open, and I got a bunch of other shit open, and I only got 2 monitors, and I need a third. That is
Support the stream so that we can buy Maddie another monitor.
that's a 17.
That would be 3 monitors.
It would be 3
That would-
monitors.
Actually, I'm upgrading to 3 monitors soon. I can't wait for that on the fucking Thursday nights. That'll be great.
Right?
You feel the beam as it uses one of its legendary actions. One of the orbs turns, although I don't know why, because it's an orb. So, anyways, you feel this beam of energy fire out and try to wrap around, coalescing around your body, squeezing it tight, trying to paralyze you. However, you steal your resolve and you're able to shake off the effect of the paralyzing ray. It smiles at you. Well, it can't really smile because it's just a skull. It's a grinning skull, so it's kind of always smiling at you. But you get this eerie idea that it's like trying to smile at you. You're going to be a tasty treat. All right, with that, it's your turn.
Okay, hang on. I'm getting my audio is a little bit low, so hold tight. I need to mess with the filters.
Weeps in one monitor. That was me. No, that was me, but it was this laptop that I'm using. That was the only monitor I had.
Yeah, I did have 2, and then I upgraded to this BS TV thing that I have at my desk.
I've got one here now.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna keep adjusting that when it's not my turn. Alright, so I have an undead tyrant in front of me, I'm assuming then, yes?
Oh yeah. He went
Right. So I have to ask, what's the point of killing it if it's just gonna come back?
Funsies.
To be fair,
in your head.
the only person
your
who
head,
can hear her asking that question is Raziel, because she's currently in the brain space.
You're in the apartment inside your brain.
I am.
He responds back to you. But love, it's always fun to kill them twice. How often do you get that opportunity? Why did I use that voice? It's always fun to kill them twice. How often do you get that opportunity, to be honest with you?
You're not wrong. So let's kill
No,
it
I'm
twice.
not. Well then, let's lead Give him the old what for?
Yeah, so that's a 23 with the rapier.
That will hit.
For 14 damage with the rapier.
Mm-hmm. Really?
8 necrotic damage.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Fantastic.
8 necrotic.
You said 14 with the rapier and 8 with the 8 necrotic?
Yep.
So we're looking at 22, okay.
And then that is... Shadow Blade. 17 to hit with the Shadow Blade.
17 does not hit.
Am I still in dim or dark light? Should have asked that to begin with.
It is still, so you still have advantage on this.
All right. Well, how about a 26?
That will definitely hit.
Okay. So that does psychic damage.
Good to know.
For 10 psychic damage.
Okay.
Hold tight, because I got sneak attack to roll for.
For my brain, if we could just all keep these as like just tens, in the tens range.
So that's 10 plus 9 for a total of 19 psychic damage.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else? Is that you?
That's me. That's me.
You keep using that other blade, love, and I might get a little bit jealous.
Well, do you want to kill him or do you want to wind up dead?
That's a fair point. Carry on then. All right. And at the end of your turn, he is going to fire off another beam once again. 1, 2, 3, 4. This time it's a teal. Let's go for something that isn't an intelligence saving throw, please. Cool. Wisdom saving throw?
$18.
Okay. The beam slams into your body, and for a minute there, you're kind of like brace yourself for damage. Instead, you feel this pervasiveness that starts to like creep over your mind, like tendrils or fingers that start to dig into the gray matter, trying to convince you that things aren't quite what they seem. But you're able to shrug off the effect of that, stealing your wisdom or stealing your mind against its attack or its invasiveness. As he tried to charm you. Because that's what we need, is the charmed blade singer on against you guys. Could we not? And at the end of your turn, he used a legendary action, but it is now his turn. So, here we go. Death Tyrant. Death Tyrant. He turns his beam towards you, Zastari. And as he does so, the Mind Flayer beside you starts to rise and shimmy. As he is now a zombie.
Can we not?
I mean, no.
Can we not do that?
So the anti-magic beam that he had with his eye is now replaced by a negative energy cone. The central eye emits an invisible, magical 150-foot cone of negative energy. At the start of each of its turn, the tyrant decides which way the cone faces and whether the cone is active. Any creature in that area cannot regain hit points. Any humanoid that dies there becomes a zombie. Under the tyrant's command, the dead humanoid retains his place in the initiative order and animates at the start of its next turn. So basically, he's not animated yet, but you can see he's starting to like... Provided that its body hasn't been completely destroyed. Since you did not disintegrate any of the mind flayers. They are simply like they're doing the whole weekend at Bernie's shuffle shimmy thing.
Great.
All right. With that being said,
Sorry, I got a question. It's the Death Tyrant's turn, right?
it is.
Is he immune to necrotic damage?
He is not.
Oh, good. So he can take another 2 of it.
Okay.
Magic wound.
Yeah, because that does restart whenever.
Yep.
He
I'm tracking it.
Came back. Okay.
I'm tracking it.
Good deal. So he took 2 more points of necrotic damage.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now comes time for the beams, of which there are 3 beams. And we're going to pick our people at random 2. So that'd be Satil. That would be Malo. And Satil's going to catch another one. First one is going to be another wisdom saving throw, please, Satil. And while I'm at it, go ahead, Mello, and give me a constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. 18.
You are not affected by the innervation ray.
My brain cannot math. 24, sorry.
Okay. You are going to take half as much damage though from the beam. Cool. So you're going to take 18 points of damage from the innervation ray, Mello. So you made a 24 on the first roll. Okay, you are not charmed again. However, he blasts you one more time. I need another wisdom saving throw. What is your... Wait, you're awesome, Never mind. I was about to ask a dumb question.
19.
Okay. You are not... You yawn for a moment, but you are not put to sleep.
Yep.
As he goes, beamity beam. All right. And that is his turn. And that brings us to the mind flayers. Now they stand up like zombies. Good news is they're just zombies. So... I mean, is it good news? I think it's good news. Is it good news?
We'll find out.
I mean, technically, if I had them as an Alhoon, they'd be... Alhoon are considered undead. Believe it or not. For those of you who don't know what an Alhoon is, that's a mind flayer that learned to cast magic. But yep. They are considered undead. All right, so this zombie is going to try to attack you, and he's going to try to... Well, the 2 zombies, because there were 2 mind flayers that were there that died by you, if I'm not mistaken. By Zastari. Or was one over by Satil?
I know I have 1. I know I have 2 near me.
That's what I thought.
The one
okay,
that's
so...
just coming up and one that I haven't killed yet.
No, the 2 that were alive were over by Satil. I know that much.
I killed 1.
Okay.
The 2 that would have been dead, if any of them would have been dead, it would have been near him. Because I've done nothing but attack the beholder the entire time.
So we're going to say then there's 1 living one by you and 1 zombie now, and then there's 1 living one by Satil, and we'll just call it a day. Okay, that's going to be only a 16 to try to hit you. Yes, you. Okay. So that means that the Mind Flayer gets to go. And we'll start over by Satil. He is going to try to hit you with his tentacles again. That's a nat 20 for a 27.
I can't do anything about that. Even if I do.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. That's what it is.
That's only 12 points of psychic damage. Mm-hmm. You are considered grapple, and you need to give me an intelligence saving throw.
Yep.
Excuse me.
22.
Okay, you are not stunned.
Yes.
You are still grappled, though.
Oh, right. It was how much damage? 12?
Yes, only 12 points of damage.
That's a 12 on my con save, so I maintain concentration.
All right. So the other Mind Flayer is going to attack Zastari again. Not with a nat 1. He's taken aback by the zombie that was his brethren, and as he does, his tentacle like wraps around and slaps him on the own face. All right. At the end of their turn, Death Tyrant is going to fire a beam at one of you poor hapless individuals, and it's going to be Mellow. I'm sorry, buddy. It's nothing personal. It's a random roll of the die. All right. Let's see what beam. Well, spin the wheel. Let's see what beam we have.
Hooray.
Hey, this one doesn't do any damage. I need a dexterity saving throw, though.
Oh. 25?
Okay, yeah, you're good. You feel the beam like almost strike you. You don't really see any effect on the stone or anything, but the slight smell of molasses kind of hangs in the air, like burnt molasses. All right.
Gotta hire you for parties.
Yeah, you're not quite sure what that one may have done, but you're probably glad that it didn't hit you. After Mellow is our friend Zora. Go ahead and give me an initiative roll, please, Ezra.
Bonus action Hex on the Mind Flayer.
Sorry, wait.
Oh, I'm sorry, on the Beholder.
I'm sorry, Mellow. I didn't have you go, Mellow. I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I said Mellow's turn, but I just I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mellow.
So I'm going to get into melee and start whapping things. Thwap with a Vorpal longsword.
Snickety snack.
Gonna go to the closest Mind Flayer, but as part of it, I'm actually going to be casting a cantrip. That one is going to be Green Flame Blade.
Green Flame Blade. We love it so much. All right, go for it.
All right.
Yeah.
So
perhaps a cat. You think I'm targeting Satil, but honestly, I can't hit Satil.
question.
Yes.
For how Green Flame Blade works, is it still a normal attack with that weapon, or is it going to be in addition to the fire damage they're saying for the spell?
So, the way that it works is, as part of the spell, you make a regular attack.
Right.
That attack carries through, plus the blade damage.
That's what I was thinking and hoping.
Because at lower levels, if you notice, the spell says, as part of the spell, you make a normal attack, but then the flame jumps to a nearby target adjacent 5 feet.
Gotcha.
It isn't until higher levels that you make the attack goes through, and it does that damage plus the flame damage, and it still jumps to another target. So Green Flame Blade, it's fun.
Gotcha. Because it does the extra 1d8 for higher levels, but because of how I got it, it's just cantrip.
Well, I mean, it is a cantrip anyways for everybody.
Huh. Well, it doesn't let me cast it at any higher levels. So I won't.
No, your character level. So because remember, at first level, it's you make a melee attack with a weapon against one creature within the spell's range. Otherwise, the spell fails. On a hit, the target suffers the normal attack, attack's normal effects, and then green fire leaps from the target to a different creature. But notice down at the bottom, at 5th level, the melee attack deals an extra 1d8 fire damage to the target, and the fire damage to the second creature increases to 1d8. Then at 11th level, it increases by 1d8. So at this level, you would be doing 2d8 damage to both targets. plus the normal weapon damage. Does that make
Right.
sense?
That's what D&D Beyond was telling me. I just wanted to be sure. I
I'm here
want
just
to
to
understand.
confirm.
So, in any case, yeah, I like that number. Plus, what are you? God, does a 30 hit?
Oddly enough, anything over like a 29, yeah, it hits. Of course it hits. What kind of question is that? Sounds like a DM's question. Does a 52 hit? The question is, were you hitting the Death Tyrant or one of the Mind Flayers?
One of the Mind Flayers.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and roll damage. With this one, since it's versatile, I'm doing the two-handed. Fa!
What are you using? A longsword?
Yep,
Yes,
it was the
Vorpal
Vorpal
longsword.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
Tell me you nat
the
20'd.
19.
Darn.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a threat range that lowers it, so.
Yeah.
Mop, mop, mop.
Anyway,
Something
with
like decapitation.
the longsword damage is 16,
Okay.
and
to ye old flayor.
yes,
All right.
and so with the green flame blade, the 2d8. Come on. That doesn't. There we go. Oh, that was just. Let's see. 2d8. That was 4 damage. All right.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Well, were any of them ones?
Oh.
You do have that feat, remember?
That's right. So that was 5 damage.
One's become a 2.
Yes. Very convenient, to be perfectly honest. But
Sure.
that'll get me to. It'll jump to the zombie.
Okay. And the zombie just gets the damage. There's nothing else
Oh,
you have
it's
to do.
not-
It's
Not a second
just
roll. Gotcha.
woof.
All right.
It's a fun spell.
Mm-hmm.
I have
At
its
higher
cousin.
levels, it's
Yeah.
nasty.
It is.
I had an arcane trickster in one of my groups who had it they were at like 12th level, who had sneak attack damage and would go in with green flame blade as he did the sneak attack, would get the sneak attack and the green flame blade off. And it was just, whenever he crit, it was just merciless.
I have its cousin, Booming Blade.
Yeah, but Booming Blade means they have to move. Green
Oh,
Flame
yeah.
Blade is just screw you and that dude right there.
Yeah.
Screw you and your friend there too. All right, how much damage did Zambi take?
That was a nice 12.
Nice. All right. Zambi now smells like singed dead illithid. All right. Is that your turn?
Oh, actually, sorry. It's saying 2d8 plus 4 instead
Yes.
of 2d8. Okay, so 16 then.
16. Excellent.
Sorry.
We'll lower that by 4 more. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Awesome. Now, Zora, you may enlighten us with all of the death and destruction that you're going to pour forth.
God, I wish.
Like bringing down a circus show with a bunch of like growing vines.
Doesn't help here because the guy's floating, unfortunately.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
You said one of the mind flayers is looking pretty funky.
Yes, as is the zombie.
Oh, why not? Hex on the nearly dead mind flayer,
Okay.
and we're gonna unload some Eldritch Blast on him.
All right, all 3.
We're gonna unload until I'll unload each of them, and then if he drops, I'll target it to someone else.
Okay. So like Wanted, you're going to curve the last bullet.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 damage from Hex.
Okay.
Scroll back up here. That's a good way to start off a dice roll. Natural 20 for the first one.
Okay, go ahead and give me damage.
So you get that crit damage from Hex too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll roll another Hex too, but the crit damage from just the Eldritch Blast is 21.
That topples the Mind Flayer, but the Hex damage would be included in that.
Okay, then could she move the Hex on this turn? Or have to wait till
because you
next
just cast it as your bonus action, so you'd have to wait until your next turn.
Okay.
But
Fair
you can
enough.
put the other 2 in the Zambi. And yes, I'm just going to say it that way the whole time now.
There's no other standing Mind Flayers.
Oh, there is one other standing Mind Flayer, yes.
Gonna unload into that.
Okay, so the other 2 are going to go pum pum into that one.
22.
All right. Hit.
And 19.
Both of those are good hits. You think you've gotten rid of a Mind Flayer, but what you've really done is create another zombie. 18
but it
damage.
can't do the Mind Flayer things.
This is fair. Math is fun, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go. Got it. We're good. I'm good. All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. At the end, the Death Tyrant is going to use the last of his legendary actions. Actually, the one that grappled you is still standing. The one that didn't look so good was over by Zastari.
Fair enough.
Oh, you're not getting off that easy. We're going to blast somebody with a beam.
Do it.
We're going to reverse the order here, so let's just randomly pick.
Mm-hmm.
Let's randomly pick Satiel. No, that's not fair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Zora. No, I'm not going to target that way. That's
Get me!
I need a wisdom saving throw. You know what? Fine. Give me a wisdom saving throw, Satiel.
Okay.
It was hitting me.
26.
No, it's not enough. Just kidding. Yeah, you're fine. All right. With that being said, we are back up to the top. It is now Satiel's turn.
So the only standing Mind Flayer
Is the
also
one that-
is grappling me.
It's currently tentacling
Okay.
your face.
Also, next question.
Going.
Where was Ezra on the initiative?
Also,
I don't know. Ezra,
also
what
Molly
was
is
your
here
number?
as well.
Ah, yes. Tangaroa, give me initiative rolls.
I've been here for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, I know,
Wow.
but you haven't said anything.
Sarah and I both said hi, but you were very quiet.
Yep. I rolled a 22.
Okay, and I believe that
I'm
is
not first
actually
anymore.
Yeah, I think that's actually
I'm
higher
taking
than
the
Satiel.
limelight. It's my turn.
Did I get out of my cage?
No, you're
No.
still in your cage.
Okay.
No, because you were still underneath the waters, but I still want an initiative roll from you.
Actually, did I get a 21 or
12.
22?
Ezra, go save ya, boy.
You had a 22 as well,
Oh,
I'll consider the options.
but I'm going to let Ezra go first.
okay.
Tangaroa, what'd you have as a roll?
Hey.
12. Like my age.
12, which actually goes just after Mello, because Mello had a 13.
Let's say V and I over here
okay.
rolled the same thing again.
Oh, get out of my house.
I'm not in your house.
The rolls
You
are coming
kids.
from inside the house.
Let's say I'm not in your house that you know of.
That's terrifying. It's just quiet in the house, and all of a sudden you hear the click clack math rocks rolling from somewhere.
You hear me yell because I just look between my two screens and Eric's face is right there. I'd be like,
Yeah. just my face there, just like roll initiative.
I roll a d20 at your face.
Make sure it's metal. Those things hurt.
Does crystal count? Because I don't have metal dice, because metal dice.
It's a rock.
I mean, you throw a crystal dice at my face, I might be leaving with that crystal dice. Just fair warning.
Hold on.
Into your skull.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's embedded into your
Remember, we have the normal one. We have the old man reading glass one, right? Remember those two?
Yeah.
Remember those two? And I also have now Gargantua die.
The camera won't focus, but it's just a pretty crystal. It's shiny.
Nice. It is
Look
shiny.
at the size. This is huge already. Look at the size of this thing.
I only have baby dice here, so I don't want to hear about your big dice.
It's not the size of the die, it's how you roll. Anyways, Ezra, you are outside of the cage. What are you doing? You can see that they are still flickering slightly.
Perfect. Now, would I have seen how they opened and closed the walls before the beholder before would have looked at the door and the field just went down? Would I have seen them, turn the thing?
You've seen them, like, out of character. You've seen them, like, do the Jedi mind trick hand wave.
Okay.
And the barrier lowers. So you can stand there and go.
No? Okay.
Otter, actually, at the cafe, one of the things that we've been advertising is the new toys that we've been getting in. They have these really cool swords that you can get. They're about like that long, and they're like double foamed. But they also have giant plush D20s, so I can like literally wing one at somebody. All right, so you can see that you can stand there and go. Meh.
Well,
You're just standing there waving.
Down.
You're just sitting there, kung fu fighting with the wall.
No? Okay.
Are you practicing your kata?
Practicing my patience.
Ezra-san?
Ezra-san. No. Ezra-san currently not available. Please try again later. I saw them move their hands. This is what I'm asking. Would I have seen them move their hands and something turn to open the gate and then turn back to close the gate again? That's what I'm looking for.
Give me just a standard intelligence roll. Just a straight int roll.
I think I'm a smart boy.
Is that your dump stat? No, charisma was.
Perhaps. Actually, no, my charisma is better than my intelligence. Listen, I'm here to be a nice
but
boy.
charisma doesn't affect your presence in a situation doesn't affect your memory of that situation.
I mean, I think I went with more of the charisma instead of intelligence because I wanted a little bit more intimidation.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you have proficiency in history?
No.
Okay, then yeah, it's just a straight int roll. Good luck.
5.
Nope, you just remember the hand wave. So you're standing one.
Use your horns. Bam. Bam.
Be smart.
It's
I'm
just
here to punch stuff.
You do hear fighting from what appears to be down the way and like up. So it's muffled, but it's coming from that way.
For them, I'm quite happy for whoever's fighting right now. But what cage was right across from me?
The cage right across from you had a. It looks like a giant bull, as if though the bull were made out of metal.
Oh.
Like
Okay.
bands of metal put together to make it look like a bull.
Okay. Oh god.
The minute you asked that, Sarah and I both look at each other like, we know what V's up to.
Please no.
I mean, you can try to walk up and down the aisle and see if you can see another way to open this up.
I mean, I'm seeing in the chat that somebody has said let him out. So my brain goes right to free him.
Yeah, I
So-
know who's saying let him out. That's Jason.
Yeah, don't listen to him.
Listen, I have if there's one thing that
No.
has consistently done to all of my characters is they have some form have a pet. Ezra has a pet, but nothing wrong with having another
I was
pet. Mom
about
will
to say-
just be mad.
I was about to say, I was sold at Pet.
I was sold that pet. A
Jason.
pet versus a mount. See,
Jason.
Mm.
Jason, no. Jason, why?
Jason,
I
not
mean-
like this.
I'm here for it.
I am also here for it.
That will not be an animal handling role, just so you know.
That's fine. That's okay. A pet mount. Listen, the chat's just booming with the perfect ideas.
The chat is really going today, and I'm here for it. Yes, okay. Do you want to try to see if you can find some other way to release the barriers?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I know Kung Fu.
Do you want to? And a few other Chinese words. So, do you want to try to go towards the sounds of battle, which is the way that normally they would come from, or do you want to go the opposite direction? Which way do you want to go?
For now, the opposite direction.
All right.
For now.
You walk this wide corridor, and you see that it starts to open into a larger one that's kind of octagonal shaped, and it's now 2 layers, and you can see all around you are more of these rooms, and there's all manner of creatures in there. There's this large lizard thing that rises up, and you can see it has gigantic eyes. Its mouth is open, and there's even through the muffled of the barrier, you can hear a pop and sizzle as though it's boiling as its saliva hits the ground. You can see there are some small dragon-looking things that Actually, I don't think this party's ever come across them. They're not quite like dragons where they have 4 legs. They only have 2 rear legs, and then these large wings that they're kind of moving about on the ground. Their tails end in a stinger, like a scorpion stinger. You see all manner of creatures in here, including lying on a small pile of small pile of treasure. The sides of it shimmering slightly as it breathes in and out. Something that you have never encountered before. I'm a liar. Something you've encountered only once before. But the one that you saw was gigantic and copper. There's a red wormling, a baby dragon, in one of these. And it looks
Tempt
red
me,
through the
Frodo.
membrane.
Okay.
Don't tempt me, Frodo. For I would take it, and instead of a ruler, you would have a glorious queen!
They trapped Galadriel?
Me right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
Damn
how
it,
we
I
die.
really spit my water out
This is
there.
how we die. Ezra's quest
What's
for a
Galadriel's
pet.
line?
No, it was just I didn't expect you to just pull out. You just look over and you see Kate Blanchett standing behind one of them, and she's like, what? It was a ring.
That's her in the magic bird bath.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Somewhere above, there's a giant eagle going, they got her to call me. I don't know. So that about
Otter has
short
one
people.
thing right. It's the pet Ezra deserves. He has a pet that he
Kate
loves dearly.
Blanchett?
But yes, all of the above. Fuck it. This whole place, mine.
Win a
Including
date
Kate
with
Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett, and then they never see her again. This show took a weird fucking turn.
You're welcome.
Weird is a good word for it.
I'm here for it. I mean, I'm here for D&D, but I'm here for this as well. All right, so you can see these things. You also notice, give me an investigation check while you're in this room. You're talking, but you're not looking at your mic, so I have no idea what you were mouthing there.
Do I have a good investigation? No? Okay. That's okay. It's a 15 altogether.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Here and there, spread out, you see these they look like sconces. They've come out of the wall, and you see two magenta-looking crystals, and they're every other one. You can see one of these sconces, both up and down.
Okay.
You can see them at the end of the corridor, like where you came out into this big octagonal-shaped room. You can see two rather large versions of these magenta looking crystals. They actually cast a little bit of light in the room.
Okay. Well, first I'd like to reach out a little bit just to touch it, just to see what it is.
As you reach out to touch it, it doesn't arc or anything else like that, but it hums as though there's something. And as you realize that the crystals actually, they touch the top and the bottom of the sconce, because it's the sconce is actually it comes out like this, and the crystal sits in between it. So there's a top and a bottom to it.
Okay.
Almost imagine almost like where you plug a battery in. You know how you have the spring and the clip. You can see that it's barely touching the top and the bottom of these little holders.
Can I easily remove it, or must I smash?
As you kind of hold on to it, you give it a good tug. It doesn't seem to want to just dislodge easily enough. Tell me which side you're grabbing, left or right. As you're looking at them, you remember your room was on the right side as you're looking at them.
Tried grabbing it at the middle initially, but if I would have noticed it wiggled grabbing one on both sides, I probably would have grabbed the right side. So
you're going to grab the right one?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to try to tug with your might?
Yeah. Strong boy.
Give me them athletics rolls. Lick it.
Tastes sweet like rock candy.
Snozzberries taste like snozzberries.
It's like licking a 9-volt battery. Just a little.
24.
24. You pull with all of your might, putting one foot against the wall, kicking off, and as you do, it comes out with a kind of a clunk, and you are now holding this crystal in your hand.
Does it do anything?
It stops humming.
Does it do anything once it's removed from the wall?
I mean, it doesn't seem to do anything in the octagonal room, but as you look down the corridor,
yes,
you watch as the head of what looks to be a black panther or some other kind of cat peeks out, but right behind on its withers, you see two long tendrils at the end and kind of a barb-looking thing as it kind of sleeks forward a little bit. Crouching low. You hear a low from it, in its throat, as it starts to creep forward a little bit.
I just end up bowing my head and sort of showing
running forward and goring it.
Oh yeah, no, I could have, but as long as if it touches me, it's dead. But it has not touched me, so I give a bit of a bow, and I speak out loud, whether it knows me or not. That's fine. You can go. You're free. Cause a ruckus somewhere else.
As you watch it, it seems to shimmer and not be, it's like watching something bounce around in a single spot, but it's doing it so quickly you can't really track it. It seems to be displacing itself all over the place.
Okay.
It vibrated itself out of time like the Flash.
You have to figure out, you have to figure out the resonant frequency of it to see which.
I just switched channels really quick. So is it gone or is it still there? Sorry.
It seems to be there. It doesn't really know. It doesn't seem to be moving towards you.
Perfect.
You can start to see some other creatures now making their way out. You realize that as you pulled that down, it released the barrier wall. One of the things that you see slinking out just past it, you remember seeing this as you went past it on your way to your cell. What?
No, I got really close because I was like, is it the baby dragon? But
No.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
tackle it to the ground and shove it in my pocket. So it's not what I would do
What
right
is
now.
wrong with you?
It's a baby. I deserve it. No, I'm kidding. Let's continue.
I can just see the baby dragon and Bite getting along well.
That's all I want. Bite deserves a friend. It's been a very long time since he's had a friend.
You watch as a carapaced hand reaches forward and touches the ground, followed by another one, and then this creature emerges, this large carapace on its back like a beetle almost. It turns and looks, and you can see these elongated mandibles that seem to almost be exaggeratedly huge. Swings its head back and forth, looking up and down. As it does, it locks eyes on the displacer beast. And for a moment, the displacer beast is just locked there. It can't seem to look away from the Umber Hulk. The Umber Hulk starts to step forward. And then does something that you weren't really expecting. It starts to burrow into the stone.
Hey, look, a way out.
Goodbye. Have a safe trip.
Mm-mm.
It was nice meeting you.
Goodbye.
Detective strangers.
All right, so we're gonna move on back to the Death Tyrant fight.
Perfect. Yes, go ahead.
Satil,
Because
Satil, it's your turn.
I've just been listening to ideas. So I'm still grappled by this one singularly remaining Mind Flayer.
Yeah, he's still got his tentacles in a loving embrace around your face. Well, actually, around your head.
Stab, stab, stab.
Stab, 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 stab.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Bad touch, bad touch.
Yeah, more or less. That one ain't gonna work.
Not a good roll.
19 though.
19 hits him.
Okay, yeah, the first one was a nat 1. Third will be a 23.
Oh, okay. So 3 attacks. Gotcha.
Yeah, because haste. So that'll be 8 plus 8 for 16 plus 12 for Radiant Soul for 28 damage.
Okay. Sorry, doing math in my head there. Sorry.
You good? You good?
All right. Is that your turn, you monster?
What do I have as a bonus action? Actually, I think the only bonus action spell I have is Healing Word. So it is. Alrighty. Yeah, I do believe that's everything.
Okay.
Yes.
At the end of your turn, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, Zora. Awesome. Please give me a strength saving throw, Zora.
Wait.
I mean, you do have Bardic Inspiration and a luck point.
I rolled an 18 on the dice, which is
Um,
18 because I have 0 modifier.
It went bah and hit you, but more like hit at your feet, and you watch a small pebble and scree just kind of and float up away, and then come like raining down harmlessly. Telekinetic ray.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right, this is fun, guys. Zastari.
Okay. Well. Shall we?
Please.
24 to hit. with the rapier.
That hits.
Specifically, but Raziel. No, that's unfortunate. That is 10 damage with the rapier.
Uh-huh.
And 5 necrotic damage.
So total of how much damage there?
15.
15? Okay.
Does an 18 hit?
No, it does not.
The undead tyrant?
Does not hit him.
Shit. Alright, well, that's...
He's a bone baby.
Yeah, I know. That's all I got, because I rolled a 9 and a 3, so...
All right.
You know what? No. For the first time, I'm gonna use this feature. I'm gonna use the feature. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna take 3 damage to be able to attack again.
Okay, you take 3 damage to attack once more. Raziel stops you for a moment inside the mind space that you're there, and he goes, "Are you sure?"
Oh, I'm sure. Unless you're not for the first time ever.
What can I say? I just wanted to make sure you know what you were doing. He leans in like he's going to kiss you again, but instead, as he goes at your shoulder, you feel like something sink in and bite, and you feel your essence being drawn out of you.
Okay. 29 to hit.
To hit, yeah. By a little bit more than a lot.
14 damage with the rapier.
Okay.
And 7 necrotics, so a total of 21.
Okay. Okay, got it. Nope, that's the wrong number. All right, so is that your turn then?
Yes.
How much damage do I take at the beginning of my turn? Just so you guys know, it is intentional.
12.
Literally was the conversation we had when I was getting the character art made for everybody. He's like,
Sexy Ganondorf.
sexy Ganondorf, but with fiery hair. I think the artist did a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so at the start of his turn,
12 necrotic.
got that, and he is going to adjust the beam. Nope, it's going to stay on you. So let's fire off some rays. Pew, pew. Zastari,
No.
catch a beam. Ooh. Ooh. I need a Constitution saving throw.
From
Zastari.
Well, this is unfortunate because that's 14.
she's getting hit twice. Okay.
What's that?
14.
14 does not save.
Yeah, I know.
Aha. And yet I need more.
Can we not?
Kill him, and you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Look, I'm working on it. Okay?
You know, I think literally you're the only one.
I am the only one working on it.
Alrighty then. 10, 20, 33, 41 points of necrotic damage as he hits you with an innervation ray.
Oh, great.
sickly gray, like gray whitish black beam just fires out, striking you dead center in the chest. You try to shake it off, but unfortunately, it seems to sap your energy as the cold and deadly ray strikes you. That's the first of the 3 beams.
Okay, well, the Shadow Blade is gone out of my hands because
Concentration.
half of that damage is 20, and I rolled a 4.
I need another strength saving throw from Satil.
It's an 11.
And you are lifted off the ground. The target is restrained by the raised telekinetic grip until the start of the tyrant's next turn.
Because I'm still gripped by the Mind Flayer, too. Is it going with me?
No.
So I'm out of its grip?
You are.
Hey, upside.
Okay. I just wanted to ask, because you said I'm 30 feet in the air. I was like, I'm oh. I was about to ask, we're out to have this strange, like, Disney movie, like, stab dance thing happening.
As you are restrained by this,
yeah,
I need you to, well, I would need you to give me a constant or a dexterity saving throw. But you are restrained.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, restrained, you automatically fail dex saves. Double check for me.
Has disadvantage on dex saves.
Okay, go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
So, normal roll, because haste is still active. But a natural 1 isn't going to help me.
No, it is not. I gotta go back into the bag.
I know you do. Because there's those dex saving throw ones are the big boom spells.
Six, 7. Eight, 9, 10.
Yep.
Happy trails to you. Hey, that's not that bad. 37 or 30. That's 40. 52 points of damage.
What damage type?
That would be necrotic damage.
So halved automatically because I'm an Azamar.
So okay, then that would be 20. Let's see, 25, 20. No, 52. Yeah, you're right. 26. Yeah, you're right. 52.
26. Okay.
Around. What am I talking about?
So I need to beat a 13 con save to maintain haste, which I do with a 15.
Okay. There
That's a lot of ow.
Yeah.
Me glad I'm an Azamar because that would have come very close to one-shotting me.
One. That was all 3 beams, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was.
Yep.
You hit me with the
Cool.
last.
Yep, that's cool. All right. Then that is the end of his turn. And it is now the Mind Flayer / Zambi's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Of which the only one is now looking up at you. You notice that the other one, the one that came into the room, is not making any actions one way or the other.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, he starts to seem to kind of slink away from everything. This one is going to try to run over and attack. Well, Mello, you're up there, right? He's going to run over and try to attack you. Cocked. Much better. 18?
Yep.
Okay. I need an intelligence saving throw from you, please.
Joy.
I know that feel, buddy.
Boy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's not so bad. Yeah, it's 21.
Hey, that's fine. You're not stunned. You are going to take 13 points of damage, though, of the psychic type. And you are grappled as it's got its tentacles around your face. Or around your skull. Zombie attack. Raziel or Zizzle. 19 plus a 3 for 22.
How much?
And 22 to hit, and you take 2 points of damage.
All right. What kind of damage?
Bludgeoning.
Motherfucker. Okay.
Just punching damage.
That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, it's not, but...
Yep. I mean, it's not really. We'd like none, but this will work, I guess. Okay, and at the end of the Mind Flayer, it realized that it was able to hit you with that beam, and so it's going to fire another beam at you there, Satil. I love legendary actions. The first legendary action, we're going to go ahead and make a roll. Cool. Hey, look at that. I need another dexterity saving throw, please.
That is much better. 24.
Okay. With disadvantage, 24?
Mm-hmm. No,
nice.
Regular roll.
Regular roll is a 24.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. The disadvantage from being held telekinetically offsets the advantage I would have had normally.
Have from haste. Yep. So, all right. Must succeed saving throw or take that much if the damage reduces it to you become a pile of fine gray. Does it take half on success?
It doesn't say it does.
Does not say. So no. All right. You avoid being shot with a disintegration ray. Man, this camera is really sensitive with that. Okay. Cool. Moving right down the line. Mellow.
Well, I'm grappled, yeah?
Yeah, it's grappled, so it doesn't really impede your progress in fighting it, except for that you can't move. Your movement is 0.
Okay, well, I'm going to get to the stabby. I mean...
Like, reach up and pull that Highlander move that they did from the last horrible Highlander movie where you got locked in the position where you couldn't get free other than to cut off their head. It's the one that starred like Christian from WWE in it. I don't know. It was a while back. It was an old movie.
Well,
welcome, Deca.
Gonna guess a 15 doesn't hit.
Actually, a 15 does hit.
Perfect.
Did you cast Green Flame Blade? Does it jump to you? Stop, drop, and roll.
I'm gonna hope that maybe it'll jump to, I don't know, the Death Tyrant?
Sure, it'll jump to the Death Tyrant.
Okay, well, this guy gets 17 damage from the longsword. And... Ooh, 15 from the Green Flame Blade.
It's actually that much. No, I was right. One. This much. Yeah, okay. And how much from the green flame blade? I'm sorry.
15.
Oof. All right. He is down. You feel the tentacles loosen their grip on you, and you hear the as the body falls to the floor.
That's
Let
gotta
the
smell
body
awful.
Like burned calamari.
Ooh.
So keep in mind that mind flayers naturally have a mucus that's on their skin at all times. So its slimy tentacles were on your head.
It's like a squid and a dog licked you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna
Gross.
prestidigitate that off.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Sarah, is that personal experience or just you're
Have
guessing?
you ever had a
that's
bull
what it'd be?
mastiff lick you?
No, I've
They're
had huskies
slobber
lick me.
machines. They're 90% spit and drool.
Yeah.
Like a... All right. So, is that your turn?
13 damage to the.
How much did the Death Tyrant take?
13.
13?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got it. All right. Is that your turn?
Let's see. I think I still have a bonus action, so I'll give inspiration to Zastari.
Hang on just a moment.
I'm sorry. I figure if I'm about to die, I'm
You're
going to die enjoying cake.
Yeah, okay. So your bonus action is to give inspiration to Zastari. All right. At the end of your turn, he is going to use the second legendary action, if I'm not mistaken. Fire one more bolt up at you. Once again, I need a dexterity saving throw from the... You wanted to fly. Well, you're flying.
Yeah, that's true.
You get 4 beams in a row, man.
Yeah, 23.
What is your dex saving throw?
Plus 9.
How do you have a plus 9?
I have proficiency of 4, dexterity bonus 4, plus 1 from Luck Blade. One of the feats one of the feats I took was resilient dexterity, so I have proficiency.
So you have proficiency in it.
Mm-hmm. I have proficiency in Dex, Intelligence, and Wisdom saves.
Okay. All right. So let's. So what was it again?
23.
23.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Okay, so you're fine. You don't turn to stone. All right. Next up is Mello. No, Mello Tangaroa. Sorry. Tangaroa, you kind of swim to the surface for a moment of the little pool that you're in, and you notice that the barriers are flickering. The barriers across the way from you are completely gone. You can make out the creatures there are starting to move out.
Sounds like it's a treat for me. Alright, I get out of my mope. And out of my moat. And cross it. No.
Okay. You're leaning against the thing like...
Well, I just want to see if I can move through it.
You push, and it doesn't seem to be as tangible as it has in the past, but you don't just like push it, push through it.
Okay, well then I do a big push.
Okay, give me an athletics check, please.
I'm good at those. 24.
Yeah, you push as hard as you can, and as you do, you lean into it. There's a feeling like you're just really fighting against something. Your feet start to slip, and you find yourself like popping through the other side of it.
Huh. Now do I know where the fuck I am?
You're in a corridor, and you can see Ezra at one end. There seems to be a hole in the ground not too far down, and this sleek-looking panther that also has like kind of shimmering.
Huh. Well, I go to the love of my life.
Okay, past the sleek-looking kitty that's between the two of you.
I pet the kitty along the way.
Oh God, please don't.
Kitty whippings.
It's more of like I notice it, but I don't pay heed to it. I more just go to Ezra, and I'm like, at a faster pace. I'm like, are you all right? Did they do anything? What happened?
Takes a moment. Looks you up and down. And then no, I'm fine. Perhaps though, getting to your friends?
Our friends.
Of course, yes, our friends. I hear the fighting actually at the end of the hall if you'd like to go ahead of me.
Oh, you don't want. Why don't you come with me? I'm sure they could use both of our assistants.
I will. No, I'll be right behind you. I'm just not allowed to move on my turn. But
I'm right behind you, darling.
I'm right behind you.
In about 12 seconds.
In about when my feet feel up to walking again. So.
Okay, I give him hug first. Yes.
He puts his hand on your shoulder to stop that. Now's not the time for that affection. We should get going. Later, perhaps.
Squints. If you say so.
Oh.
All right, I go.
Okay. You go.
I go.
All right. So you move your way down to the end of the corridor, and as you do, you can start to see more creatures. There's a bull that starts to charge at the barrier. It slams into it, but it doesn't seem to break through it. Maybe it didn't roll as high as you did. You also see other creatures that are milling about. These small gnomish-looking creatures, but their skin is very, very dark, and they're bald-headed. They kind of look around at you, kind of confused, and as you make your way up the stairs, you come to the top of a landing, and just through this archway, you see this gigantic floating skull. It has pinpoints of light that seem to hover around it and move. You can see Satil being held in the air by some invisible force off the ground.
Hey, Targa!
Hello.
Mind smiting that?
With pleasure.
Please do.
I want to hit it.
Okay. You're going to come and hit it?
Yeah. I'm gonna hit it with the flail. I have
All
the
right.
special flail.
You can on your next turn. For you to get to it, you're gonna have to. You can use your action this turn to get to it, though, if you'd like to.
Nah, I'll stay away from it. Well, okay. I will use my action to be closer to people, not closer to it.
Okay.
Just be nearby some people.
Good night, Ray. Thanks for stopping by, bud. All right. So you're going to move closer to the nearest person to you would be Zastari. You can see Zastari standing there. Something looks a little different about Zastari, but you can see her standing there. Looks like she's fighting with this eye skull thingy.
New haircut.
Okay, for some reason, Discord doesn't want to send messages.
Yeah, I'm seeing that as well, and I have a feeling that if just in case, Discord might go out if it does happen, as a warning.
Yeah.
I have not had that issue at all, which is why I'm... Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
Looks like we're good. Sorry. Just
Zastari doesn't have wings, if I'm not mistaken. No.
Apparently.
All right, so that is the end of your turn. You move close enough to tap Zastari on the back. Zora, it's your turn.
Sees Tonga Roa rolling, and she's like, "I am so happy to see you." Enlarge.
I'm so happy to.
You get an extra D4 on. 1 second, I'll link it to you.
I just imagined he's like a Doberman puppy. It's just really big feet, long legs, and just kind of oddly gangly around.
Advantage on strength checks and saving throws. 1d4 on
Additional
extra
damage.
on your damage. Her bonus action would have been to move that hex over. Is there any mind flayers still standing?
There are no mind flayers left.
Just the
Smacking it
zombies.
onto the Death Tyrant.
Awesome.
And that is all she can do.
Alrighty then. And at the... Okay.
Just for clarity, she's using the Enlarge Reduce that's on her ring, not the Enlarge Reduce spell that from her spell slots.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Got it. I've forgotten. We've been playing this for so long. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. You've got that thing.
Mm-hmm. It's the first time she's actually gotten a chance to use it. Except to enlarge Axel to give him a hug.
Oh, which was the sweetest thing. Oh,
hex damage. 1 second. 5.
For what?
When she moved the hex over, does it do damage?
No, it's only whenever you make an attack against it.
Alright. Never mind.
There's a sigh from the back of the room, and then you watch as this pale, papery skinned thing that looks like a mind flayer, but almost desiccated, starts to move forward as it raises a hand, and as it does, pinpoints of light streak forth and strike unerringly against your angel friend.
Shield. If that was a magic missile.
You're restrained. Can you react? You have movement? Oh, okay. So this should be fun. Because he ain't no regular one. So you and I had a conversation concerning the use of a certain spell. As you go to cast spell before he finishes, he waves his other hand and counterspells your shield and finishes the spell.
Okay.
He is a tyrant, but he's mine. So 5, 9, 13. Yeah. Boo 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 boo. This has me opening like 2 different monster pages to make sure that I've got everything in the right place. Yeah, that's it. 13 points of damage.
Okay.
Bink, 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 bink.
I am curious how he casted 2 first level plus spells in the same turn, but okie dokie.
Because
reaction.
counter spells
Yeah,
reaction. So.
Yeah. Con save. Succeed.
Okay. We're gonna put him in. I'll actually roll an initiative now that he's getting involved. Cool. That puts him right after Tangaroa. And we're going to come down here. Okay, so we are Zora, you've gone. Ezra, it is your turn.
Sorry, I mute myself just for the sake of it. I have 50 feet of movement. Can I get there?
If you use Step of the Wind or anything else that you can. Yep.
Okay, please hold. I've technically already used my teleport, but I want to get in there, and I want to hit something. So,
I mean, if if you use Step of the Wind, it's your bonus action. But you cover 100 feet, you can get there to the tyrant, like right up in his eyeball. Climb inside of his skull and puppeteer his mouth.
I want to live there. I am paying rent now. This is how far I want to get into this fight.
You're gonna bring it back to the ship and be like, "This is my room."
This is my room.
When we kill it, can we bring the skull back? Just saying.
Honestly, that'd be a very cool ship mount. I could gift it to my mom, and like she'd be like, "I'm not keeping this," and I'd be like, "I'm attaching it already." You know,
you could put it on the bow.
We're helping.
I really feel like that might have some unintended
Mello, you tell me.
consequences.
You think mom would like that? Think mom would like a giant.
Just stick it to the prow.
If he doesn't like it, I'm throwing you under the bus and saying it was also Mello's idea.
Put the like
adults.
Take that.
Yeah, it was adult's idea.
Take that front point on the bow and just like ram it through the mouth of the skull.
Yeah,
it's like I wasn't even there.
Or the eye.
It's fine. I still had some of your cooking because I ate yesterday or something. I don't know.
Like
I don't understand.
Terrible
I wasn't
wooden
even
tongue?
there. Why am I getting blamed for this? I mean, I'm all for it. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't want to take the blame without being there. All right.
All
right, Ezra.
Actually, you know what I'll do? If I move 50 feet, can I see the tyrant at all, or whatever we're fighting? Sorry,
no,
I say tyrant because I
still have to, because you're at the far end of the court. You have to move the entire length up the stairs to get there.
True. Okay. Sorry, please hold. I was trying to look at my character sheet. Okay, Step of the Wind is my bonus action, and that lets me
spend a key point to move. Use a dash as a bonus
disengage
action.
or does as a bonus action on your turn, and jump distance is double. Okay, yes, I will do that then. I will spend the key point to use Step of the Wind.
You throw your arms out behind you and run down the corridor.
Yep.
Okay.
With 100 feet, would that let me sort of just stop in front of it, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I told you can get right to him.
I want to punch him directly in the teeth.
Hi, Ezra.
Hello.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Are you telling me I'm surrounded by the two beefy boys that we came to rescue?
I'm telling you, I'm
Surrounded
pushing you
is-
out of the way.
You know what?
And not kindly.
I'm okay with this because I'm not doing so hot.
Yeah, but the form. Okay. No, go
Ezra's okay. One thing for anybody who's looking at Ezra's, because he is there now. His stance is straighter than it usually is. And it's not fists, it's claws. It's all claws.
Oh, goody. He's gone feral.
Okay. Please hold. Because one of those is a nat 20.
I don't take floor dice.
No, it wasn't floor dice. I moved different dice from my whatever onto my back onto
Okay.
my tray. I have 4 dice in total. Sorry, I moved them. You can't see what I rolled now, but I promise you one was a d20, and if you a nat 20, if you want me to re-roll it, I will.
No, I believe you.
Sorry. Okay, so one is a 29 to hit in total, and that was the nat 20.
That hits.
Perfect. And the other one was a 16. I don't know if that hits.
16 does not.
Perfect. That's what I think. I don't know what my damage is. Okay, it's fine. I found it. $19 damage.
19 damage. Cool. Okay.
Man, I'm so glad that those are magical fistings.
Mm-hmm.
Unnerved. Okay.
Steve, I will actually fist fight you for that comment in chat. I will delete it right now. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Continue on. It's my turn. It's done.
Bonus action, delete
Oh,
pun.
did you really delete it? I just saw moderators deleted it. Now I'm going to ask. You have to type it out again. Because I missed it.
I'll read it. Wait. He's a monk, so he has ki, a form of character's will, but he's gone feral. So you can call him Will Feral?
Which was followed up by Sarah and I saying, please no, and Steve no. And then JT and Otter both with Steve yes.
Yes.
Don't give me the power to delete things. This is what I'm saying.
Don't make me take it
I'm
away
okay
from you.
with it.
No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. You're my mod. I love you. All right, so Ezra, is that your turn? New players on the field. He's going to use the last of his legendary actions to boom somebody. All right, now that there's more of you, there are 6. We're going to go around about. So Zora 1, Satil 2, Ezra 3, Mello 4, Tangaroa 5, Zestari 6. Got it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Hi, Zora.
I say, who is winning it? Oh, it's me.
I need a wisdom saving throw from you, please.
Oh, hey, I'm marginal at that.
If you're within 10 feet of me.
Not,
Not.
unfortunately.
Doesn't matter, because I got
closer to people.
a 19 to give me a 24.
You feel again this invasive, like, thing on your brain trying to twist the narrative of this playing out, making the creature trying to make it appear more friendly to you, and you clench your eyes tight and then shake your head, and you realize that the charm ray did not take effect on you. Okay, and that brings us to Satil, who is still held in the telekinetic ray.
That ray, was it during his
I'll
turn
tell
or
you.
lair action?
Hold on, I'll tell you.
Legendary. Yeah, I'm trying to remember like when he fired that.
It's done because it was the start of his next turn.
Yeah.
So
Reaction,
you're
feather
no
fall.
longer being held. You're now.
No,
He's got his wings out.
my wings are out, so I'm
Okay. Never mind.
yeah, my wings are out, so I'm still flying. Okay. Action. I'm going to use healing hands on myself.
Every time I think about me, I touch myself.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Just look up and see Satya going.
No, actually, he's up there just like. Heals. He just glances down. Ezra's like, "You're not Ezra, are you?" Whatever. Help us kill these things, please.
All he gets is a smirk.
Actually, no. Give me an insight check.
Insight.
I'm not gonna make you get. I'm not like you get away for that one.
Oh, that's fair. That's
Give me
fair.
an insight.
22.
Okay, yeah. He doesn't seem different, but you don't know. He just seems like, for the first time that you've ever seen him, he truly seems like he's angry, like really angry.
And I'm going to use my movement to. Okay.
No.
What do I want to do? Let's see. The Death Tyrant looks damaged, right?
The Death Tyrant does look damaged, yes.
Considerable.
I mean,
bit,
it's
probably.
undead.
You know what I mean.
I'm not sure. How well are you in knowledge of the physicality of a Death Tyrant?
How much bone is gone?
Are you asking me, is it showing signs of decay beyond what is there?
Yeah.
I'm going to make you make a medicine check if you ask me such questions. As an action, as you study the creature to determine if it is damaged or not. It's a fight to the death. You fight till one of you dies.
That's fair.
Okay, I now like having this thing mounted on an arm. He has to determine the marrow counts. He takes out a really long needle, jams it into the bone, draws out a bit of it.
How far away is that elder brain?
25 feet. He's at the far end of the room.
Okay. I'm going to fly 10 feet up in the air in his direction. And I'm going to use lightning lure. He has to make a strength save.
Okay. What's your DC?
17.
Okay, that's a 19 on the die, so it's a 19.
Okay, so he takes no damage. Actually. Yeah, no damage. Okay. Alrighty then. So that was... Yeah. Bonus action, since I don't believe I'm in this thing's cone.
Mm-mm.
I will expend another 4th level spell slot and cure wounds myself as well. Oh, that nice. Okay. 26 healing for myself. Alrighty. And that is, I'll expend the rest of my 70 feet of movement. And I'm actually gonna move over towards where Tonga and Ezra are.
You cast a spell as one action, right?
Yeah, I used lightning lure, which is a cantrip.
Okay, and then you used what?
Bonus action.
I used cure wounds.
Okay, which is an action to use, correct?
Yeah, I have an extra action from haste.
you have an extra action that says to take the attack,
Oh, that's right.
dash, disengage, hide, or use an
Okay.
object or action.
So I will
Can't cast a spell with it.
All right, so
Because
I will,
otherwise, haste, fireball.
yeah.
Then
So
it becomes a bit broken.
No, that's fine. I'll just use the bonus action for healing word then.
Okay. That you can do.
Which will be
Because your only spell would have been the cantrip at that point in time.
yeah. And then my other action was healing hands. So, okay. Alrighty. And I'll just kind of be halfway between the ceiling and the floor, just sort of in the air.
Okay. All right. Okay, then after you is Zastari, because he's already used all of his legendary actions.
Thank God. Well, now knowing that
For now.
yeah, that's nice. For now that I know that I have my 2 buff boys that we were sent, we were coming in here to rescue, one behind me and one who physically interposed himself between me and the Death Tyrant. I'm going to very quickly instruct Raziel on how to use the grappling hook. I don't know if you saw the other message I sent you, which is I'm about to Black Widow this shit.
Yes, yeah. I saw that.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm aiming it at the Elder Mind Flare, and I will be using it to pull myself towards him.
Are you hitting him with it?
No. The wall behind him.
The wall behind him. Okay, so you're looking for this thing to like Batman into the wall and like try to open.
Pretty much.
How far does that let you move?
100 feet. Because that's the length of the rope.
Yeah.
I swear this was not how I intended to
No.
use
I'm just
this.
trying to think because it's like if it. I'm not assumed or amused. If you are pulled, dragged, or otherwise moved out of a section, you don't get attacks of opportunity. This would seem like one of those situations since you're like, whee! Okay, then yes, I'm going to take an attack of opportunity.
Absolutely. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying this is what's happening. She's taking a chance.
Regardless of what I'm going to do to you in a second, you're still doing this.
Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
So for the first time, he actually is going to use a bite attack.
Interesting. All right.
That's a miss with a 12. That's the reason why he uses the eye beams, because the bite sucks.
Fair enough. Anyway, yeah. So,
right, so
zooming my way over to the Elder Mind Flayer.
So now you're in his dance space.
Yep.
But I'm gonna say it was your action to aim, fire, and grapple your way over there, not part of your movement.
Okay, fair enough. I have it written as movement, but that's okay. Well, I moved a lot, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it is movement if you're just boom, shoot, move.
Yeah, no, this is dragging me right across.
But like you're
the space.
Yeah, you're deliberately like.
Well, in that case. Hold on.
Shoot it in the tentacles.
Cool. In that case, he can.
Somewhere out of nowhere, you just hear where does he get these wonderful toys?
He can give me a deception check.
Okay.
Because
he's going to give you a deception check?
A deception check versus my my insight. Because
Ooh.
I am using insightful fighting.
Okay. $17.
21.
She says with such fervor.
Yes,
All right.
because now you can put him down as marked. Because I now get my sneak attack against him, whether I have somebody within range or not.
He's been earmarked. Got it.
Yes. Yeah. And that's all I can do. Unless Raziel has another decision.
Nope, he's not going to drive you this time. He's interested in this thing that you just did. He's like, the hell did we just do?
I'll explain later, I promise.
I hope you do. Come on, brain, math this out. You're good at this. You're good at this kind of thing.
Is it the Mind Flayer's turn? Not the Mind Flayer, the Tyrant's
The Death
turn?
Tyrant's turn. It is. Hang on just 1 second, though, because that's not what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Screw it. We've got a calculator for a reason. Okay, cool. Now we got it. It is now the Death Tyrant's turn. How much damage does he take?
8.
Okay. And he is going to... All right. Death Tyranto is going to start casting beams at anybody. So, once again, going around the circle as they appear on Twitch, we're going to go with Zora is number 1, Satil is number 2, Ezra is number 3, Mello is number 4, Tangaroa is number 5, and Zastari is number 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just as they appear on the Twitch stream. So here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That would be Satil. Roll to 2. For the first beam. Second beam is going to be Ezra. And the last beam is going to be Zastari. So, let's see. First up, Satil. We're going to roll that. And I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
That is a 17.
Meets it, beats it. So you are not paralyzed.
Oh, good. That would have been bad. Oh, that would have been so bad.
Next up was, if I'm not mistaken, Zora and then Zastari, correct?
Ezra.
No,
Not
it was
Zora.
Ezra.
I'm sorry, Ezra. I'm sorry. I looked over here, and you're in a different order over on this side than you are over here on the Twitch stream. Sorry.
I haven't gotten hit at
understand.
all.
Don't want to touch me just yet, but I'll kick some ass. What am I doing?
Yeah. I need a dexterity saving throw from you, please.
Perfect.
Ow.
I love those
That was my ear.
specifically. 21.
Okay. The beam hits the ground right by you as you dodge out of the way, and it's already a stone floor, but the stone coloring changes just ever so slightly. And then last...
Sorry, my one comment.
Your aim is off.
Would you say he's blind firing?
Seems like it.
Continue on.
All
That's all.
right, fine.
Sorry.
I
That's
will.
it.
As we fire at Zastari for our last one. I need Zastari to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is it against charm?
No.
Fuck!
It is fear.
I know what I said.
I know what you said.
That's a 16, and I know that's not enough.
You are feared.
Motherfucker.
Your attack rolls and ability checks have disadvantage while the target of your fear is still visible. So that means you are feared. Now, this lasts for 1 minute, but you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. So all is not lost. You can continue to try to make it. If you do succeed, of course, the effect of the fear ends. So there's the good news.
Man, now I
All
really kind of wish I didn't grapple hook across the frickin'
right.
thing, because then I'd have been in range for Tangaroa to give me a fucking boost.
But you wanted to be cool.
Oh,
I did.
that's right. I forgot about the boost from Tangaroa.
I didn't.
You're up in the air. You're not within 10 feet of him.
I'm halfway between the floor and the air, and I did. Yeah.
You're on the other side of him, so between you and them is the death tyrant. So, all right.
Fair.
So, that being said, that is the end of his turn. It would be their turn, but they're all dead. So, oh wait, there is one zombie there. He is going to try to hit somebody. There's just one lone zombie just trying to smack somebody around. Okay. The only person that's there right now would be Ezra, so I don't think a 9's going to hit you at all, so I think you're good. All right. Poor zombie. I'm just going to take him off the field. He's just standing there like, okay. Mellow, it is your turn after the death tyrant. So over here where Zoom is, you're no longer doing your dance, but over here where Twitch is, there was the delay. So out of the corner of my eye, I see Q dancing with the X's. It just threw me off for a second. All right.
Yep.
Mellow.
I am going to
Take a
attempt to
peek
just
out of the Wiggler's book. Sorry. Just fireball. Just fireball. Just fireball.
close. I'm going to shatter it.
Mm-hmm.
There.
So, from the Death Tyrant, I will need a con save.
You need a con save from the Tyrant of Death. Okay.
And if the zombie's within 10 feet of it, why not? I don't
The
know.
zombie just fails. The zombie's got 6 HP. It's fine.
Okay.
What is your DC, sir?
16.
That's going to be a 13. He did not succeed.
Fantastic. That means he is take
He is take damage.
36 damage.
He is to take a 36 damage. Okay. Read that. No, it's constructs and things like that. So,
Yeah, anything inorganic.
yeah. Darn. Rattle them bones. All right, so that was super effective. We're gonna say that the poor thing is just shattered beyond all belief. So zombie bits go flying as well. All right, is that your turn, sir?
Thinking about yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. Time to use them special blasts. Death Tyrant. Satil, he hates you. Let me have you roll.
He hasn't even hit him though.
That's probably
That's
why.
why
Yeah.
now he's just like
Satil
on
hasn't
target
hit-
too.
The Death Tyrant.
Well, that's true. I haven't hit the Death Tyrant since it came back.
True, but remember, monsters aren't dumb.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they
I know.
recognize what they see.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
Strength saving throw again.
Yeah. Okay. Dice come back. 19
Okay, you actually make the telekinetic save.
for once. I'm 1 for 3, guys.
Yeah, because the last 2 times I've hit it.
Yeah.
So, the
I'm
last
1
couple
for 3.
times I try to hit you with it, it's actually 1. So, all right.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry,
get rid of this.
I want to enter just for a moment because I keep forgetting Ezra has this because we do Theater of the Mind so often.
Mhm.
Sentinel. Does that count?
No, because it's not a physical attack; it's just a beam.
Okay, perfect.
Um,
My brain just forgot that I had it, and I was
No.
like, I should start using that more often. So,
I mean, it works.
Tangaroa,
Just long range punches.
welcome to the fight.
yeah. I'm gonna use my weapon I don't use a lot. Because I have this flail, and I don't use it too much.
Do it.
So I'm gonna walk up to that Death Tyrant looking motherfucker.
That was wholly unnecessary. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I got a nat 20.
Oh, damn.
Okay,
Smite.
Smite. Here's the thing. I've never got a nat 20 with this weapon.
Mhm.
And something fun happens when you get a nat 20 with this weapon.
If it's the one that I'm thinking of,
You
It's a
basically
smiting?
gave me a mace of smiting without making it a mace.
yeah.
Okay, hold on. I need a lot of dice.
Yeah.
It does that. So when you roll a natural 20 on the attack roll made with this weapon, the target takes an extra 7 bludgeoning damage, or 14 bludgeoning damage if it's a construct. So, and if the construct has 25 or fewer hit points after taking the damage, is destroyed. He's not a construct, so he will take the extra 7 points of bludgeoning damage on top of all the other damage you're about to lay out on me because I know you're going to smite.
That's
I don't-
yeah.
I just want to interject. Thank you very much to Through Hell and Back. Just trolling on through the
Hey.
screen, dropping bits.
Oh.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if you stuck around, but if you're still here, thank you so much for the bits. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Okay. There's a lot of damage that has to be here, so I'm going to do this one at a time. For the actual weapon.
Okay.
16 bludgeoning
Okay.
for the actual weapon. And now for my smite. And I'm gonna, and it's an undead, you say?
It is undead, I say.
Tasty.
I mean,
I'm-
it's a giant floating skull. I mean, it's not really much of a choice other than to be undead.
And so I'm going to hit it with a 3rd level smite, so I get to roll.
All those dice.
I get to roll 8d8.
Mm-hmm.
I know what that feels like.
Critical smites are wonderful.
I did that recently.
Okay, math. 10, 20, 30, 8, and my big boy damage,
Oh, that's true.
42. On top of the 16.
Already calculated that.
Yeah, this is 42 radiant.
Okay.
Kaboom.
Let me do that math real quick.
That sounds like a big swing of boom.
Okay. Finally under triple digits.
Jeez. Okay.
I feel like the scene in Thor Ragnarok where he's like, I just hit him with the biggest lightning bolt of all time and it did nothing.
Okay, so not to be ignored in this fight, Tangaroa comes out literally swinging, smashes into the side of the skull. It actually moves out of its spot for a second before righting itself. Is that your turn, Tangaroa?
I hope
have additional attacks
with a fish roar.
not. Swing, bada swing. Sorry.
Immigrant song just kicks in somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, making additional attack.
Sarah.
Oh, I need all of your d8s.
The paladin and the rest of the table rolls out to 20. Give me all the d8 you have. No, what you heard was give me a lot of d8s. What I said was give me all the d8 you have. Do you understand?
One more time, Tangaroa, do you have an additional attack?
Yeah, I believe so.
You do.
I do. I don't know. I can't do smite with my second one though, right?
If you have spell slots. Wait, let me double check that.
I was gonna say I don't know because it's a spell.
No, it burns a spell slot, but it's not actually a spell. Give me just 1 second here, and I will verify that with you because, well, I'm really sure. I want to make sure because it would seem really broken if you can just do it. Yep, per attack. Yeah, that's the only limit you have is how many attacks you have. So yeah, you can do it again.
Tasty. All right.
Ladylike.
Always. That is a 28 to hit.
28 hits him.
Tasty. All right. So the actual damage from the weapon is 10 bludgeoning.
Okay.
I'm gonna smite it again. Oh, I get an extra D4, so 4, or I get an extra D8. 4d8.
Okay.
I'm over here just excitedly banging utensils for smites.
It's 18 radiant. And then my big boy. Oh. Here we go. 1.
So how much?
Fuck. 10 bludgeoning, 18 radiant, 1 extra bludgeoning.
29.
Okay. So 19 additional more because I've already counted off the 10. So
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Smite.
Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. Is that your turn now?
Yes. I'll stay in its face. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
It's my turn to take some hits.
Hold on just 1 second here. Yep. Okay. Then at the end of your turn, he is going to say, "Oh, a new target. Let's blast this thing to death." As a matter of fact, I need Tangaroa to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I am not good at those.
Yeah, I know.
Oh! But I did roll a 24.
Nice. Okay, you are successful.
Is this a physical attack, sorry?
What's that?
Was this a physical attack? I feel like I need to keep asking because this boy has so many laser beams. I don't know what's up.
They're all the laser beams are just that. So
I will start rip. No, he doesn't even have tentacles. He's just a bonehead. Right?
yeah, with orbs floating around him.
I would say I'd rip them off, but they're not attached to anything. Okay. Oh wait, it's fine. I want to use Sentinel. I swear to God. Oh wait,
not against this guy. All right.
I will find it. I'll headbutt him myself.
Okay, now it is my turn. Oh yeah. I see that he's causing you trouble, Master. Allow me to help. I need, because he's been watching you this whole time. Although he does have somebody in his face. How will he deal with that?
He looks at you, and the tentacles kind of move, and you feel it more than you hear it. I'll deal with you in a moment. And he reaches out one of his ashy white hands, points a simple finger at Satil, and I need a charisma saving throw, please.
Natural
Zora
20
see
for
this?
23.
Never mind.
Okay. He is going to say, I've got more. And that...
You were about to
bonus action?
banish me, weren't you?
I don't know.
You and I just have a love-hate relationship with that spell.
That's why I use it on you, because usually you don't go for charisma builds. Usually. Okay. That is not his turn. He is actually going to do one more thing. And he looks forward at you, Zastari. And I need you to give me an intelligence saving throw, please. You do not have disadvantage on those from your fear. So
Okay. Well, this is good. That's actually something I'm proficient in. Because I find it weird that rogues are proficient in dexterity and intelligence.
Rogues get
Rogues-
proficiency in wisdom later.
rogues are actually supposed to be intelligence based. Like, that's supposed to be their backup skill.
That's a nat 20. For a total of 28.
There's this the world shimmers around you as you feel this wave of energy pass over you. You kind of like, you don't really know how to deflect from it, so you just kind of stop your mind, and in that little apartment that you're in, nothing seems to happen to you as it washes over you. But Raziel goes, that was a bit odd there. What was? I don't like that. All right.
Well, then we'll make sure we kill him, so we don't have to deal with that.
Right. Good idea. Zora, it is your turn.
Hex has already moved to him.
It is.
I forgot with Hex I need to choose a stat that they have disadvantage on.
For ability checks. Mhm.
Yeah. Anyone have votes?
It's ability checks, not saving throws, so
Yeah.
kind of a crapshoot there.
We'll just choose Dex then.
Okay.
And 2 Eldritch Blasts. Very angry, very quiet Eldritch Blasts.
1, 2, 3.
Why?
You have 3 you can do
Yeah,
because it's 11.
I forgot I'd leveled up. Yeah.
Don't cheat
19,
yourself. Hit.
27,
Hit.
and 19 again.
All 3 hit.
$31 damage.
Okay. Including your hex damage.
Hex damage, rolling that. 4 additional necrotic.
Was that 1 die?
Yeah, it's just a base level hex.
Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack.
Oh, so each Eldritch Blast counts?
Each Eldritch Blast counts.
Okay.
Stack that damage. Stack that damage.
10 additional damage.
Awesome. It wheels, or it kind of like, it doesn't wheel around at you, but you get the idea that he's not really happy with you right now. And is that your turn?
Mm-hmm.
He is going to fire a blast at you in
Bring it.
retaliation. And he will. I need a dexterity saving throw from you, please.
17.
Right on the money. So you do not take any damage. You watch this beam fire across you. It's this kind of a sickly, purpley black one. And as it hits the stone, you see the stone not disintegrate, but decay as though it were aged. You avoided the death ray. That's the name of it, the death ray. And I just imagine he pulls that like a laser pistol from like Duck Dodgers and just all right. Ezra, it's your turn.
We're taking some big boy swings.
Mm-hmm.
I will use. What dice do I want to use? I'm gonna roll 3 different dice. I'm gonna just roll these 3. I'm gonna move the dice up here. I don't trust him right now.
Oh, before you do that, as a story, make sure that you made your save. At the end of your turn, you got a chance to make that save against the fear.
I haven't had my turn yet.
Since you got feared?
Yeah, you've had your turn before you got feared. No?
You just got to the top of the initiative round again with Ezra. I have yet to have another turn since I got feared because that tyrant goes after I do.
Okay. You're right. Yeah, sorry. You're right. Sorry about that. Look, I was just trying to give it to you. All right, how'd you do, buddy?
So I'm spending a key point to do my 3rd hit, which means the 3rd hit will be psychic damage.
Okay.
We're looking at a 19.
Hit.
Do I know how to count?
What's the lowest one you have?
Lowest one on the dice is a 17.
On the die plus your modifiers?
My modifier is a +9.
You hit. If the
All 3?
lowest one you rolled is a 17 plus whatever, then
Sorry,
you
what
hit.
is this number? Sorry, no, that's a 16, not a 17. I can't read this dice half the time.
Plus what?
9. 16 plus 9 is 24.
If that was the lowest one you rolled,
Yeah, with a 24.
then you hit all 3.
I hit all 3? Yes, sorry. I was looking at the... My bad.
If you roll, so basically you rolled 3 attacks, right?
24 is the lowest to hit.
And a 24 was the lowest of the 3 you hit.
Or sorry, no, a 19 was the lowest to hit.
The 19 hits it. If that's the lowest you hit, then the rest of them are going to hit.
Perfect.
You see what I'm doing? I'm just saving you.
Yeah.
Like,
no, you're
all the
making
time.
it brain easy for me, which is completely understandable. Thank you for that.
I'm trying.
You're trying, but I'm making it 20,000 times worse. Okay, I need.
Just flow with me here.
I'm trying. Calculator. Okay. So with the first 2 hits, it's 29 damage.
Okay.
With the 3rd hit, it is psychic damage for... That sucked. 7 psychic damage. And I am going to... I'm going to just use... one of the things for whenever I infuse one of my hits with a key point, it does psychic damage, but it also invokes another thing. For this one, I'm going to do synaptic overload. So it's just basically the target gains vulnerability to psychic damage until the end of my next turn. So if he didn't have vulnerability now, he does until I'm done with him.
Does he use his feet as well as like his hands?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You slash, carving into the bone, follow up with an elbow, and then do an overhead axe kick. And as you do, it bounces it off the stone, and the skull goes scattering the jawbone left behind. All of the pinpoints of light wink out.
Well, then I stare at the one that's left and just, well, now either you leave or you're next. And then I just like crack my knuckles and end my turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Centil.
The blade song ends as the angel just slumps in the air, overcome with lethargy.
Yep.
Yep.
As haste ends. All right.
Haste and the blade song both, because they're both 1 minute long.
Mm-hmm. You are not feared.
Oh, good. Good. I meant to ask because one of the abilities it didn't. You never actually gave me what this counted as for, like an action.
Mm-hmm.
To use one of the heals from the blade.
It does cost you an action to do it.
It's a full action? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, no. We're gonna go full murder mode.
Goes broken to go stab heal.
Yeah, no. Well, no, because like if it was one of those like bonus action as long as you've injured yourself with the weapon. But no, it's cool. That's fine. We're just gonna go full murder mode. However, this time, given the fact that I'm not in control, can I resummon Shadowblade? Yay or nay?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
I mean, you can inside your apartment if you just want to have a cool
but that
thing to play around
doesn't.
with.
Yeah, but I just coalesce that in my own brain space.
Right. You do see him standing there, like looking out the windows, that look out onto the world, and he kind of crosses his arms and leans back, and he says, "Do you want to drive now, love?"
I think it might be best. But I
All
promise
right.
we'll get another death underneath the belt.
Promises. Don't be a tease.
Oh, I never am.
I'm not at a loss for words. I'm just studying carefully what to say next.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, you feel yourself like shunted back into the position.
Perfect. In which case, then, bonus action, summon Shadowblade back to my hand. And
Okay.
we're going to attack with Raziel.
All right.
However, 18 to hit the Elder Mind Flayer.
He throws his hand up.
Shield?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker. Okay. That's fine. I guess.
You know it is. All right.
Yeah, I guess. That's fine. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He is deadski. Take him out of the order there. Mellow. There is only one thing left in this room for you to fight.
And it is gross.
It is gross. Have you seen one of these things? Remind me to post a picture to you guys later.
Hey, Steve, if there's ever a time to roll a nat 20, this is it.
It's like Illithid aren't pretty anyways, but like I said, they have this like constant mucus that's kind of on them. This doesn't have that, so it has started to dry out, and its skin is now white and like papery, and it looks like it's really just kind of it's ashy. It needs to moisturize, and anyways, they're not fun to look at. All right.
I've been waffling between two things I want to do. But it sounds like we have a vote for one thing more over the other. But I would like to curse him at some point.
Do it, if you want to.
Nah, I'm gonna slash him.
You're gonna move over to him.
Yes.
Okay.
And time to Vorpal Longsword.
Okay.
All right. That is a 23.
That will hit.
All right. 12 damage.
Okay.
Not using Green Flame Blade, but I am using my second attack. There's the 20. So,
That was a 12, you said, for damage from the first attack?
yes.
Okay.
It doesn't
Thank you.
matter, though.
Okay.
Because I just rolled a 20 with a Vorpal Longsword.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say this creature has a head?
Yeah, obviously.
Is that answer still yes?
I know what it does. I'm here. I know what it does.
I want to make sure if
Love that.
if I'm attacking something that didn't fit that criteria quite right.
I know what I said.
All right.
You do sever its head.
Neat.
The
Yeah,
body
this thing came in handy.
stumbles. The body stumbles forward, and like this. You've seen Alien, right?
Long time ago.
Okay, but you remember the biofluid that they used for the androids? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
That's what pours out of this thing as it lands.
Just put it on some bread.
Ugh, fucking Can I take inspiration away from you? Your next roll has disadvantage.
I don't even have it. You're not allowed to take anything away from me when I don't have it. So
You know what? Your next roll has disadvantage anyway.
you know what? I'll take it. It's fine.
Just gross.
So sorry, but not really. Continue.
It's not an elder brain for those of you who don't know. It's called an alhoon. But anyways, yeah, you've with
no, don't
one
take my bot away.
with one fell swoop, the creature stumbles forward and quit deleting messages, you weirdo. It stumbles forward and falls down, spilling its life essence out onto the floor as much as it had. You watch as the doors from the room that you guys came through previously burst open. A cadre of dark elf warriors pour in, all of them brandishing whatever weapon they could find. They look at you, they see the giant skull that's laying there on the ground and the body of the severed headed creature. What's happening here?
We made a mess.
And we kind of killed the things that overthrew your castle.
Just leave while you have the chance.
But it's our castle.
Then stay and we'll go.
I don't understand what happened.
Yeah, well, that makes two of us.
Three of us?
Three of us.
From behind them through the door, you see two very familiar figures. You see Marius, and you see Polonius. Marius is carrying something in his arms. Marius walks forward, and Polonius does as well. They come up to your group and said, well, seems as though everything went as well as we could have hoped. Well, mostly. You can see in Marius's arms, he's holding Chew.
No! My explosive buddy!
It wasn't without losses, of course, but he sacrificed a lot so that we could prevail. The big man has his head down, like, you can see his chin tucked into his chest as he's holding, and he just kind of pulls him up and like squeezes him close.
Well,
and then relaxes him.
Your castle's free, as far as I know.
We need to figure out where they came from, though. I fear that this may not be the end of it. They may have found this place just by chance, but I fear something else may be happening here. That's not your trouble, though. Walking into the room, you can see a woman. Again, her skin is the color of jet or onyx. Her hair is white and it's pulled back into a very severe-looking bun. Her eyes, her white eyebrows are up, and she walks into the room. Her posture and poise give you every indication that she is the leader or a ruler here. As they walk in, you watch as all of the dark elves take a knee. She moves through. She's not wearing flowing gown and cloth. She's wearing actually a very simple dress that it's an underbust corset with a loose tunic top. And she walks in a very, like, not a very just like a pleated skirt, not very, very simple dress. And she walks over and puts a hand on Polonius's shoulder, and she says, "You don't need to bow before me, brother. Stand." And he stands up to his height. There's a lot to go over. What happened? And he launches into the story about how several months ago the castle came under everybody started acting differently and changing, and eventually they saw that the people in the castle were behaving weird, and then nobody came and went from the castle. He explains that he had returned home from his travels to one of the other islands in the archipelago, and when he did, he realized that he wasn't able. He was barred entry, and asking them, "Don't you know who I am?" They gave him no answer, no response. It was at that point in time that he realized, and he says, "I used grandfather's key to hide myself away." And she just kind of laughs. He introduces the group of you, your group, as the, as for what you did and who you are. And she says, "Well, a great boon indeed. You came all this way." But I inquire as to why.
Satiel will land from where he was hovering and fold his wings back before they disappear. It's like, "Well, we've come looking for something. A shard of a sword. Somewhere here on the archipelagos."
The broken blade.
Mm-hmm. Well, might be the same one I'm talking about.
Come with me. And she escorts you, winding through staircases up until the very top. When you get to the top, you can see that the top of this is a multifaceted window that looks out into the blue sky. The light shining through is filtered and causes the ground there to play like a kaleidoscope of color. Mm-hmm. The mosaic that is the floor, you can tell that this is like the royal chamber. You can see two thrones sitting there. Polonius takes his place on the throne next to his sister. She calls over someone who seems to be dressed in robes. As he approaches, she whispers to him. He nods and then leaves, and he's gone for about 10 minutes, and she talks about having a feast for all of you and making sure that you're honored guests here amongst them. When she starts to get the story from Polonius, it seems like this hasn't been going on for weeks or months. This has been going on for quite some time. The length of time is, let's see, you live for a really long time. Human doesn't. Zastari, you live for a long time. Yeah. How long does the Oni live for? Like,
Roughly between 600 to 800 years.
okay. So yeah, you live for a long time. The Asimar has about a little longer than a human lifespan, doesn't he?
They have about a 180 lifespan. For
Somewhere
Aasimar.
between 180 to 200.
Yeah. The Ganassi,
Though he doesn't know it. But
not
Ezra
really sure.
would probably
Yeah.
live to 500 years just because of his
Okay.
Ganassi mother.
Yeah, I feel like Ganassi is closer to human. Let me double check.
They don't
Sure.
live that much longer, yeah.
Poor old humans. And how long do the Tritons live? The Tritons live for a long time too, like elves, aren't they?
Tritons are about 200 years.
Okay, about 200 years. You get the indication from the way that they talk about this that they're using time as a kind of a less fluid thing, or more of a fluid thing than as a firm. But you understand that this has been happening for like a really long time, and that Polonius, when he said I came back, he had been gone for close to maybe a century, and he came back to find it in this state. After a bit, you can see that the person in the robes comes back carrying a box. You can tell from the way that it moves or the way that it looks, it is not a very fancy box. It's a very plain box. He brings it over and opens it to you, and it looks as though the piece of the blade was just kind of, they found a box, put the blade in it, and just kind of closed it, and they brought it to you. But opening it up, you can see that it is like the tip of a sword.
okay. He'll sort of reach out and pluck it, and he'll pull the hilt out. Do they kind of resonate?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is part of it.
And when I say the tip, I don't mean like, I mean like it's a good section of this sword
Yeah.
from the tip down. So
Yeah.
you're missing maybe about a 1.5 foot piece right now.
Yeah. It's like, well, they're certainly resonating. Believe this is part of it.
So where are you off to next? It seems that this is. Damn you, Sarah! I looked over at Twitch just in time to see that. Where are you heading to next, then?
A bed?
By all means, rest. We'll talk more once you've all had some time to freshen up. We'll have meals brought to you. Please stay here at the castle with us this evening.
Right. I kind of exhausted a lot of my arcane power trying to keep all of us alive in that fight.
You are all shown to your 2 rooms. They're all very close to one another, so that way you can all kind of keep together. There is as the night wanes on, there is a small feast. I say it's ample amounts of food, but it seems as though for the first time the castle's been open and people from the city itself seem to move through. So will the guards. There is a memoriam placed for Chu, as Marius is quiet. Marius the Muscle is quiet. As the night wanes on and you all retire to your respective bedchambers, there is a knock on the door where Ezra is staying.
Hello?
Polonius asks quietly, "Do you mind if I come in?"
Not at all.
You see with him a man who is dressed in robes. You've seen him only once or twice before.
Okay.
The man who turned you into a prisoner.
Huh.
He has his head bowed in shame as he walks in. Plenteous roughly shoves him in. My lord, please forgive me. I was not under my own control. You have to understand. I would never have turned you into a prisoner.
You are quite lucky that I don't kill you right now. But, seeing as it's not just us, I play fair. Though, as much
Plenteous
as
arches an eyebrow.
yeah, that's fine. Though as much as you apologize, what you've done, whether in the control of someone else or not, you were the one that sadly did it. Cross my path again, and you will not be happy to see me.
It appears as though he has cost you a life. I heard there was another of your ilk trapped down there. Do you know who he was?
Myself? I have an idea, but he wasn't close to me.
We are particularly enamored with the idea of paying for a life with a life of servitude. And at this point, you watch as the robed figure, kneels down. I am to serve you until the end of my days, innumerable as they may be. My name is Bedlap.
I was fine until I heard the laugh.
Sorry.
Whew. Well, you see, Bedlap?
Bedlap.
Just so I have it right.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I accept your servitude, unfortunately, I am not always consistently forward. Serve here, whatever this is.
You don't understand. I'm to serve you. My time here is done. Yes, it is been
Then
cast.
serve the ship that I technically live on. I don't care to serve me. I don't need it. If I needed it, then I would not be happy with myself. So, either you serve the ship, or I just leave you somewhere.
He looks at Polanius, who looks at him. Sorry, Beadlap, not Bedlap. Beadlap.
Beadlap. Okay, that makes more sense. I like that better.
He looks to Polanius, who looks and says, "It's his choice what to do with your life. He chose to spare it in servitude of the ship. Sounds like you're going to learn how to sail."
And technically, you'd still be somewhat serving me. It's a blood relative that runs the ship, so follow them, listen to them, and if they choose to let you go because you're unfit or whatever you do, then leave.
I will serve them at once, my lord.
Just like a wave of his hand.
Collect my things. And as the night wanes on, all of you get a long rest.
Okay, I do want to say, at some point, Satiel would go and knock on Ezra's door as well. Sorry. Oh, I just saw the time.
That's okay.
So,
save it for next time.
As you guys take your long rest, we will close for this evening, having finished the story arc, fighting off not only a Beholder, but a Death Tyrant, and Alhoon, and a bunch of Mind Flayers. Congratulations and level up. We will move on to the next section as they set sail for the last piece of the sword. But who knows where adventure may take them. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in this evening. We really greatly appreciate that. Big shout out to my crew who are playing this evening, even though not all of them were on camera. But Maddie, who was playing Zastarian, who is also our production manager. She's the one that does all the hosting and things like that. So huge thanks to Maddie and Zastari for playing along. Q, who also plays Ezra and is our social media blast person, putting them out there, although I jumped in and took over your job today.
I know, my alarm didn't go off, and I was like, Cap already had it posted, and I was like, doesn't want me to do it, I guess. Okay.
I had just a few moments where I could get it done. Huge thanks to Eric, who plays Satil. I will get you next time. Next time, Gadget. Next time. Huge thanks to Zora, who is playing, Sarah, who is playing as Zora. And then also Steve, who is playing Mello. And not on camera, we have Tangaroa, who is being played by Molly. You guys tune in tomorrow night as we will be hosting Vampire the Masquerade Valley by Night, which is hosted by Captain Paragon over in the chat, also known as the GM, some call Jason, who, like I've always said, and I'll say this even though he's here in the chat, his storytelling is top notch. Having a show set in the South, he is the perfect GM for it. Then on Wednesday nights we have Monster of the Week, which is run by Q as the Eye in the Sky, and we then have on Thursday nights we have Descent into Avernus, and then on coming soon on Saturdays, the Stolen Cities, the newest one, being hosted by Axis in the chat channel. It is a small group. Speaking of small groups, before we go, we will be posting up a casting call for the newest show once this one is over on Monday nights. We're going to a new format for Monday nights. It is going to be a very small group. I'm looking at 4 players only. Also, it is a set episodic number. That is right. Well, I should say mostly set, 12 to 16. The reason that I say that is because I want to make sure that we have any layover for storyline. We have plenty of time to make sure that we get all those resolved. But I'm looking at 12, but maybe 16. So it will be an actual season, and then we will take a break, and then we'll do another season, and then take a break, and so forth and so on. With that being said, look forward to that. I'll be posting that out on Twitter as well as other places. Unfortunately, it is at this time not a paid gig until I get the sponsorship that I need to pay for those things. But it is still a chance to put out your acting chops and things like that, because it will be acting a part. So there you go. So keep an eye out for that. Anyways, we love and appreciate all of you for everything, all the support you do. Don't forget, tomorrow, Rime of the Frost Maiden drops. Go pick it up at your local gaming store or online or wherever you want to purchase it. Thank you all so much. Until next time, have a great night. Bye.